How'd you pick up writing? You said you always been a writer. How'd you get that spark? Where'd that come from?
Man, so I guess my mom was a brain, right? My mom was a straight A student. Like my mom, it's so funny. It goes back to like my mom. It's a joke. My uncles and my aunt had jokes about my mom. When she would get mad, she would hide under this table over my grandma's house with books and be reading, right? And so then my sister used to do the same thing. Like my mom, even to the point where my mom was like why? Like she just always wanted to read. And so this one is the same way. It's funny how that. But my mom was just a brain. And so when we were in elementary school, we did summer school at our house with my mom and my sister. Like we just still learned. And so I remember my mom taking us to curriculum stores to get books and stuff. And so we would do reports and all of that. Like and it was fun though. Like it didn't seem like a job. And I just used to write. I wanted to write and learn about people, different figures and things of that nature. Like I remember in third grade, this might sound funny to this generation, but in third grade, I did a report on Madam C.J. Walker in the third grade, Miss Rick's class. I remember my teacher, black woman and everything, right? And I wanted to do that. And I liked writing. So then in 2016, I started journaling for myself. And so I've been journaling off and on, not as consistent like as I want to, but I have from 2016 up to now, like when some monumental things come and just different days I'll journal. And so it's going to be great for them because eventually, you know, I'll show my wife, I'll tell my wife knows that I do it, and then they'll be like, dang, you know, this was going on. But like, I don't know, I always loved to write. Like the OPT, like back in school, like
they don't know nothing about that, man.
All the standardized testing, like writing, I always scored really high. It just was something that I enjoyed.
So did you get away from it from you know what I'm saying, before you picked it back up in 2016? And if you did, what was it? Was it just life? Did you feel a little embarrassed about doing it? Like why'd you get away from it?
I really don't know, to be honest. So my undergrad degree is in communications, and I actually wrote like a short film called Bet It All. For my project. We had to do a project in undergrad, and like it was really good. It was like about this guy who like threw the state championship game because he was poor from poverty, and people came up to him, and he like, you know, it was an opportunity to help his mom, and you know, so I did that. So that was like the last time that I really wrote like with a purpose, but that was school related. You know what I'm saying? And so then after school, like I really didn't know what was going next, and then still trying to chase the ball, and then still trying to find a job and trying to find out who I am and all of that. I'm in my 20s. I'm really not really focused on that per se. But once I got an education, everything just kind of came back. And so when I found out that I was going to be a father, I went to Amazon. And I went to go buy every black book that was available.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm looking up black children's books with black girls, and I'm like 7 popped up. And so I bought all 7 of them, and I'm looking for more, and I couldn't find them. And so then I came across statistics that said children's books with black characters as the main character only made up 12% of children's books. And I'm like, man, so that sparked me to want to be part of the change. I'm like, forget complaining about it. I'm like, shoot, I'm about to write about, you know, being a dad and all that stuff. So that's just kind of how it went. And now, like, I have like lists of things and series and stuff that I want to write on, and experiences that I had. And you know, I'm actually working on a book right now about myself as a black male educator. You know what I'm saying? And so just now I know the power of telling my story and telling stories, because like these books represent me. Like my newest book is a large portion of my experience, but it's not all me, but it's just experiences that other people have talked about as well. But so yeah, man, it's something that I enjoy to do.
Yeah.